In this video, we're going to learn how to find the volume of a frustum of a pyramid. Now, we already have a question on the screen, so let's jump right into it. I'll write out solution here. Our question reads, the upper and lower bases of a square pyramid frustum are 7 units and 10 units in length. It has a height of 12 units. Find the volume of the frustum. Now, before we even take out the importance values here, I want to draw out the pyramid because I think it will help us. Now, before I draw the pyramid, there's something to really take note of: the kind of pyramid you are dealing with. And the kind of the pyramid I'm dealing with here is a square pyramid. So that will affect how I'll draw my pyramid. Like this, it should have a square upper surface. So my frustum should look something similar to this. And because it is the frustum of a square pyramid, the upper surface will be squarish and the lower surface will be squarish. This is not totally accurate, but you get the idea. Now, the question says the upper and lower bases of the pyramid frustum are 7 units and 10 units in length. So what this is saying is that the length of here, now they said the upper 7 units. So that means distance between here to here is 7 units. And since we are dealing with a square, the distance between here to here is also 7 units. And then the lower base is simply the base of the pyramid here. So that means here to here is 10 units in length. We have 10 units. And since we are dealing with a square for the bottom two, here to here is also 10 units. Remember, the sides of a square are always equal. So this side is equal to this side, and this side is equal to this side and equals to this side. The same thing for the bottom. This side is equal to this side, is equal to this side, is equal to this side. Now, generally, first find the volume of a frustum. For a pyramid or a cone, we use the formula of V is equal to H over 3 times open brackets area of one side plus area of the other side plus square root of the multiplication of the two areas. So we are going to use this formula to find the volume of this frustum. Now we can see the area of this A1 should represent area here. So this A1 should represent area here, and A2 should represent area here. So first of all, let's get down our important values that we'll plug into this formula. Now the first important value that we need to get is H. So that H is equal to, now the question tells us that our pyramid has a height of 12 units. So this is 12 units here. So how do we find A1? Now we know that A1 has a surface of 7 units by 7 units. So that's 7 units on the top and 7 units on the side. So this is A1. So for us to get A1, we simply say A1 is equal to, now A1 is simply the area of this square. So how do we get the area of this square? By saying 7 times 7. 7 times 7 is equal to 49. So the area is 49 units square. Now for the value of A2 is simply the multiplication of these two sides. So this will be 10 times 10. Now remember, we are doing this because we have squares as the basis. So this is 100 units square, units square, units square. So that for us to get our volume, we simply say the volume is equal to, we substitute all our values into this formula. This will be 12 divided by 3, open brackets, area of one is 49 plus the area of the second is 100 plus square root of 100 times 49. So that we have V is equal to 12 divided by 3 here is 4, open brackets, 49 plus 100 is 149. Plus square root of 100 times 49 is 4,900. So that this is V is equal to 4, open brackets, 149 plus. So if you take our calculator and press in square root of 4,900 to get 70, and then this is equal to 70 plus 149 is 219. So we have 4, open brackets, 219. So 4 times 219 is equal to 876 units. Now the units of a volume is always in cube, so this will be units cube here. Now let's look at another example. So understand how to calculate the volume of frustum of pyramids. Now for this second example, I would like you to pause the video, try it yourself. In this question, we are determine the volume of a frustum of a triangular pyramid whose bases have an area of 144 centimeter square and 64 centimeter square. It also has a height of 14 centimeter square. So let's write out our solution here. Like I said, we can decide to draw out our frustum to actually know what is happening. So I'll draw it out now. Now notice here that the key here is the idea of the frustum of a triangular pyramid. For my triangular pyramid, I have my pyramid as you have your triangle as the top of the pyramid, and then you have your pyramid somewhat like this. So this is it. Notice that for my triangular pyramid, the base sides of the frustum are triangle. For my square pyramid, the base sides of the frustum are squares. Now, in this case, we are told that the areas are 64 centimeter square and 144 centimeter square. So that tells us that this area is already given, and we are told that the area here is 64 centimeter square. And this area is also already given, and then we are told that it is equal to 144 centimeter square. Since they are already given, we can take our other value, which is the value of our height of 14 centimeter, so that we know that our height is equal to 14 centimeter. If we write everything out nicely, we have A1 is equal to 64 centimeter. We have A2 is equal to 144 centimeter square. This is squares for the areas. And then remember, the formula for calculating the frustum of a pyramid is V is equal to H over 3 open bracket, area of one side of the base plus area of the other side of the base plus square root of area of one side and area of the other side, so that my volume is equal to, now my height is 14 centimeters, so this will be 14 divided by 3 open bracket. My area A1 is 64 centimeters from here, so I'll write 64 here, plus my second area is 144 centimeters, so I'll write 144 here, plus I have square root of, I multiply my two areas, so this will be 64 times 144. I'll close that bracket. So now I get to simplify all of this here. My volume will be equal to, I'll leave this fraction as it is, and then inside the brackets, I'll say 64 plus 144 is 208, plus, if I take the square root, if I say 64 times 144, I have 9,216. If I close the bracket, this will be volume is equal to, I'll still be dealing with just the bracket. This will be 14 over 3 times open bracket 208 plus square root of 9,216 is 96. So that if I add 96 to 208, I have this as equal to 14 over 3 times 96 plus 208 is 304. So if I do 14 times 304 divided by 3 on my calculator, my volume is 1,418.67 centimeters cube. This is to 2 decimal places, by the way. So that's simply how to calculate the volume of a frustum of a pyramid. Now, if you like this video, leave a thumbs up, share with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching.